Well, we've seen a fall from grace before, but I have not seen anything like this. The New York Giants had a very successful 2022 season, finding out that Daniel Jones could be their guy potentially. Not quite 100% sold, but there was potential there. They made the playoffs. They actually won a playoff game too against Minnesota. So the Giants had a bright future ahead of them. They decided they were going to pay Daniel Jones maybe a little bit too much, paying him $45 million a year, but at the same time, you gotta lock up your guy if you think he's gonna be your guy, right? Well, that was until the injury bug hit. 2023 has been a tough season for Giants fans. They have been having to fight injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries on top of tough games. I mean, it has been a brutal season. Really really basically told through the story of their first game. 40-0 loss at the hands of the Cowboys. And really, they didn't do anything. It was bad. The Giants, they struggled. They started off the season, 1-5 casually. Kept on losing. Things looked pretty bad for them. We thought they were going to be one of the first couple teams eliminated. In theory, they kind of were, but they managed to survive, a little bit longer than we had expected. They were eliminated early, though, from the division race because, well, they sucked in a good division. And really, there's not really much I can say. I mean, this season was just plagued by injuries. You had Daniel Jones missing over half of the season thus far. And you also had, Tyrod Taylor. He was doing serviceably well. Then he goes down with injury. Darren Waller was looking to be a very good target. He goes down with injury. The team just struggled. Now, towards the end of the season, they started getting stuff together. They had a nice little 3-game win streak there with the Commanders, Patriots, and Packers. Really looking good at the hands of Tommy DeVito, which he looked pretty solid until he was benched against the Eagles because he did absolutely nothing in the second half, or in the first half, against Philadelphia on Christmas Day. So for the Giants, it's really tough to gauge where they're at because you didn't see their quarterback of the future really play this season with the team they have around them. So it's really tough to kind of gauge that. But I would still say you're going to need a better offensive line, build that up over the offseason, and get some better weapons around Daniel Jones. You don't really have a big-name wide receiver. You have Darren Waller, Darius Slayton. And that's about it. You don't really have a big bona fide number one wide receiver. You have Saquon Barkley, but that's about it in terms of the big name players. So please, Giants, build an offensive line, build around Daniel Jones. That defense is all right. I mean, you could definitely use some help there, but overall, you're kind of stuck in a mediocrity loop right now.